All right, it's Monday morning. Hey, great Monday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, and with our 15 minutes to mastery, like we do each and every day, to get your day started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go and attack the day. And I'm coming to you live once again from our home office because we're getting some last minute details buttoned up before we get on a flight out to Louisville. Louisville, Kentucky is where we'll be all of this week. And if you're going to be out there in Louisville, come by and see us, booths 120, 122. But hey, listen, something new, something different, man. Keep growing, keep improving. And so we've got a new video intro. We got a new graphic for our 15 minutes to mastery. Man, I'm so excited. Just keep making things bigger and better. So today we're talking about breaking the stigma of manufactured homes, the truth about manufactured homes, and how you can play a part in this, right? Trent Shelton writes, your transparency will lead to other people's transformation. Your transparency about manufactured homes will lead to other people's transformation about the way they think of manufactured homes, because we've all been there, right? Think about it. You're working with the family. It's maybe their first time really looking into getting a manufactured home. You're doing your thing. You go out and you show them some homes, and you're walking them through these houses, and then they make the comment, man, these aren't anything like I thought they would be, right? Or these aren't the way I remember them to have been if they had been in a manufactured home before, right? Or a mobile home. And so it's not uncommon to hear those things from people, but yet that negative perception, that bad stigma, just the way people think and feel about manufactured homes still exists. And so today we want to talk about how you play a role in breaking the stigma, and how you play a role with your transparency about manufactured homes, what they are, what they aren't, pricing, everything is going to make a huge difference, right? But let's talk about, first of all, about where this stigma comes from. Well, first, we all know what everybody is thinking. Mobile homes, everybody's thinking about what these houses used to be, even 10, 15 years ago, what they used to be back then. The materials that were used, the construction in the homes, maybe it has to do with just the look and feel of the homes. All of those things are associated with the older versions of these homes, the quote unquote trailers, right? And so we all know that the design wasn't all that great. The construction wasn't great. Obviously, the materials, we've all been out in those neighborhoods where you'll go out and you'll see these homes that the siding is falling apart in the bottom because of the materials that they were using back in the day, and they weren't really weather resistant like today's materials are for construction. But it sticks around, and people see that because that's what they see out on the field right now. That's what they see out. They go out to rural areas and they'll see these older manufactured homes out there, right? And so then they start thinking that that's what they still are. Or maybe it's a news article about something, or a something they saw online that these people complaining about manufactured homes in their area, or complaining about the manufactured home communities, the trailer parks, right? And what they look like, what the environment's like, what the people that live there are like. All of those things go into play. So how can we help improve that? How can you help with making sure that that's not something that you're running into anymore when you're talking about manufactured homes, when you're talking about being able to get out there and do bigger and better things for folks? How can we avoid that? What can we do? What is the best way to make it happen? Well, what you can do on your end is simply being as transparent as you possibly can. That's going to be number one. Okay, I had a conversation last week. I was part of a sales meeting for a local retailer, and they were talking about pricing and how do we overcome the pricing question and things of that nature. And so I chimed right in, and my question to them was, why are you going to avoid the pricing question? For too long in this industry, we've thought that, well, we can't really give price. You want to avoid the price question. Well, ask them if they're going to pay cash or they're going to finance. Well, tell them it depends on where the house is going to go. Look, they know, most buyers out there know that the pricing is going to change based on distance. But when we are avoiding the question, or we do everything we can to skirt around that question, you start losing credibility. You start sounding shady. You start really making this industry seem to be what people think it is, which is a lesser industry, a lower tier option of housing. The prices are what they are. As a matter of fact, you should be proud of your pricing. You're providing a quality product, aren't you? You're providing great service. Hopefully, you yourself and your knowledge and your expertise and your professionalism are worth a certain amount of money, we would hope. You tell me what profession right now of actual professionals out there, attorneys, doctors, CPAs, and whatnot, are going to skirt around the issue of how much they charge. You tell me which of them are going to say, well, it's just going to depend on this and that. No, you know what? My retainer is this. My hourly charge is that. If I have to get other people involved, this is the cost. Whether attorneys, CPAs, or doctors, it's all the same, folks. And you should be no different. The home cost what it is. Put the margins in there that you're wanting to make, and give people the price. You can give them a price and say, hey, that's within 50 miles, depending on where your property is. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more, but here's the price. If we're truly going to make strides in moving our industry forward, we have to start with being transparent. Or is your home not worth that? When you throw in the construction and the warranties and the materials that are used and the company itself and the service that you're going to provide, is it not worth that? Of course it is. But when we don't do that, when we're trying to beat around the bush with that thing, when we're trying to sound like, and I apologize to all my friends out in the car business, but when we're sounding like used car salespeople, we are not helping ourselves when we're doing that. So we want to make sure that we are being transparent, we're being professional, we're educating people, because obviously part of building that value is providing the education that people need on the product, on your company, and on yourself through your knowledge. So you play a huge role in breaking the stigma. What are you putting out there? What do your ads look like? What does the information in your ads say? Are you still doing the whole quote unquote bait and switch with putting $500 on the price or $1,000 on the price because you don't want people to, well, if I put $179,000, people are going to freak out. Is your home worth $179,000? If it is, put $179,000 on it. If you're advertising a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, okay, if you're putting the light out there and it's $49,000, $50,000, put $49,000, $50,000 or whatever it may be. But we can help ourselves by starting there, right? Understand, because today's homes, they're not built the way they used to be. They're built to the HUD code. The materials are different. We're using the same materials as site-built industry. We're using a construction criteria that actually goes, it's in line with residential construction. We actually build the homes better and stronger than most tract home builders and custom home builders out there. Look, I'm here to tell you, I come from the site-built world. Before my 15 years in manufactured home industry, I was another 15 years in the site-built world. I dealt with the Lennars and the David Weekleys and the KB Homes and the custom home builders of the area. Heck, I used to build homes myself. And here's the thing. those builders will frame out at 24 inches on center wherever they can to be able to save the money that they can possibly save on their floor systems for two-story homes. They're constantly putting those floor joists at 24 inches on center whenever the span allows it. Our homes, your homes that you have on your lot, every home is designed and built using 16-inch on center floors. Same thing with the exterior walls. Yes, the interior walls are 24 inches, but they're not load bearing. You're using roof trusses, so the weight goes to the outside. If you've got a multi-section home, a double wide, well, now you know you've got that ridge beam that's carrying the weight in the center, but it's still with roof trusses, the weight going to the outside. That's why those interior walls are not load bearing. And if they are, they're very well noted on there so that you understand this is a load bearing wall. Do not tear it out. Okay. Energy efficiency of the home, not just in R values, but in the materials that are being used, from windows to insulation to HVAC systems, the ductwork that's going in there, which helps be able to keep the home cool and heated properly, ventilation system throughout the house to make sure that you're not overusing your HVAC systems, on and on and on. There's so much about these things. But it's about you educating your buyers. It's about you advocating for this. It's about you making sure that people understand what manufactured homes are nowadays, right? From the floor plans to the finishes to the technology that's in with the homes, from digital thermostats and things of that nature, everything comparable to site-built homes. But you see, up until now, as an industry, we've always been reactive. We've always been reactive in addressing those misconceptions. When people are talking badly about manufactured homes, we're not involved in those conversations. I'm not saying be combative, but you can share information that will disqualify the misconceptions, the misinformation that's out there. That's a popular word nowadays, isn't it? Misinformation. But we want to prioritize educating people, transparency. You, as part of the sales force, play a huge role when it comes to that. And there's going to be so much of that information shared over the next few days in Louisville. I'm going to bring some of that back, just like we did from the NCC meeting in Chicago. There's always great information to be had, to be learned, that you can implement into your business each and every day. And we want to make sure that we're bringing it to you. So what is the way that you can go about breaking the stigma that is manufactured homes? All right. So first of all, we talked about it already. You have to be transparent. Stop being shady about the price, man. Give people the pricing. Put full pricing on your ads. For those of you retailers or anybody out there that's advertising homes on a website, put the prices on the website. You can put a note on there that it doesn't include delivery set, options, things of that nature, the HVAC system. People know that, but you can put pricing on the website. It just go across all other industries, and there's no other industry that does not have pricing on their websites. We still operate that way. We got to get away from that, first and foremost. But the reason we do that is because maybe we're not prepared to handle those questions, just like that one retailer I told you about, not ready to handle that question. So what I'm getting at is you need to educate yourself. You need to educate yourself to be confident enough, to be competent enough to be able to answer those questions, give people the information, and build the value as to why this home is worth the price of admission. Then you have to understand this. Those prices that you're giving are still way less than a site-built home. Your product is worth it. You're worth it. Your company is worth it. So educate yourself so that you can educate your buyers. Leverage social media. Make sure you're not just posting ads on homes. Start posting information about the homes. Start posting information about manufactured homes. Start posting information that will educate buyers as to what they are, how they're built, the materials that are used, how they're no longer mobile homes or trailers, but rather actual housing that they can live in and enjoy for years to come. Advocate for the industry. And by doing so, the next thing you'll do is correct that misinformation that you see and hear. Again, not combative, not an argument, but provide data, provide information. Somebody's talking about construction, follow that up with actual construction sheets on the home. Provide information on the material that we use for construction on the homes. That's easy enough. You can find it everywhere, and you can be that person who is doing it. And lastly, be proud advocates of the industry. You need to start getting involved. all of you PHCs, community managers, everyone on the sales side, you guys need to start getting involved in advocating for the industry. You need to start getting involved with the industry with events like what's going on in Louisville. If you're in the Texas area, next month in February, MHI is having their winter meetings here in San Antonio. Be a part of that. Come visit that. Take some time. Start getting involved. Start learning more beyond just going and picking up a paycheck because you think all I do is sell homes. You will do yourself a favor. You will earn more money. You will help more families by becoming the professional that truly educates people as to why this product is a fantastic option for them and the only option for them for quality and affordability. Go out there, do those things, and you're going to make fantastic things happen for yourself and your career in manufacturing home sales, not just in 2025, but beyond. The housing industry is here to stay. It's going to be something that you can do great things with over the next 10, 15, 20 years at least. So if you guys want to move to that next level, start educating yourself, start being transparent, and let's break the stigma. You guys have a great Monday. Have a great week, man. We got to catch a flight in a few hours heading out to Louisville. If you're going to be in Louisville, come by and see us. We're at booths 120, 122. We're going to be doing some fantastic things out there. Plus, yours truly is speaking in Louisville on Friday at 11 a.m. So if you're there on Friday, come by and see that. We've got a panel. We're going to be talking about sales, marketing, all that great stuff. And go on LinkedIn, go on our social media platforms, find our Mindset Monday article that went out earlier this morning, which is talking about marketing versus sales. You guys have a fantastic Monday. We're here to serve you in any way we can to take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. My friends, till the next time, can't wait to meet you.